Yeah, it's like I don't want to hit. Like,
That
not that we say
comment
anything.
was
Well, we don't say anything crazy till after we're done with the show. Never before.
that
Yeah,
comment meant so much because that meant because we didn't talk about WrestleCon until about the 50-minute mark, so that meant someone actually listened to probably the whole thing. I was like, "That's fucking amazing."
I
Because I know I did. I liked it so I listened to it when I set it up for audio, and then I listened to it that night when I was for some reason because I was while I was doing something else, and then I listened to it at work. I'm like, man, that was really good.
I guess if it's the same person, because if it's the same person, it might be your new favorite subscriber. Because they also said like Hazuki, 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 Hazuki. Say her name and she'll appear. It's like Joe Hendry. Uh,
Yeah, I might not. I haven't been on the YouTube today, so I haven't seen. I saw you had that big upload. That must have took a couple minutes.
dude, I must have rendered that thing 4 or 5 times. The first the first time it crashed, the second time it crashed, and I'm like, all right, well now it has to be something with the settings, not like my computer. And then I found out it's like I had zero storage left on my computer because I was trying to render it like uncompressed. So like it got like 10 minutes into the video and it was already over 100 gigs. So I was like, Jesus. So it's like fix those settings, render it a third time, and then it didn't have the subtitles on it because I was doing like an SRT file, which is like what you would use to like do like YouTube subtitles, but it didn't convert with like the program I used. So I had to do it again and have it render the thing actually on the video.
Oh, that's neat.
But it
Did
got
you have to
it
do it
got
frame
done.
by frame, or did you find a way? Did it sort of do it for you, or did you spend? The thing was 45 minutes. If I would have done it the way I know how, it would have took me 3 days. When we were doing 10-minute clips, it used to take me an hour a clip just to do the subtitles.
Yeah, I mean, I got a better way to do it now than just like literally typing everything out, but I still do have to fix things, obviously.
Yeah, that's cool. I found nothing's better. Al Waleski, he's stopped in. We've talked to him before, but he writes, "I was in Las Vegas," and well, you replied to it, and this is the best way to
Oh,
do
I was gonna
WrestleMania
say this
week.
guy is like super smart. We've been saying this like forget WrestleMania. I mean, you could read it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I was in Las Vegas the entire week of WrestleMania. Don't get it twisted. No way could I afford to attend WrestleMania. See, I don't know. I realized I said that a couple times. I didn't. Some people just save up. I brought it up. I'm like, man, not that. Man, we should go for it. We should go for it. I'm like, well, some people just have different. What would you call it? Like, you say priorities. Not, you know, not everyone's putting two kids through college.
dude, I got
But
to
anyway.
I got
Didn't want to come across as I was like shaming people who went to WrestleMania. I was like, no, man, if I could go, the fact I didn't pull off going to Philly when it was like the only time it's in my life, it'll probably be within a 4-hour drive of me.
I that's funny. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just like I think I went to the best WrestleMania. It's definitely a thing where it's like, I mean the Super Bowl might be like too expensive for most people, but it's like you can go to maybe an NBA finals game or a Stanley Cup finals game, WrestleMania. It's like one of those like bucket list things. The one I went to was sweet because like came to Tampa and it was in front of no fans, and so like they were cool enough to come back the next year. But
Well, it was even better
it
because you could
was
just like spread your legs out. You could put
yeah,
your
it was
feet up
like
because you need to have 25 rows of.
it was like restricted attendance, so there's like nobody around except for the section I sat in. That section was lit. It was like
Uh,
it was all like Latino people who were just going crazy for Bad Bunny.
Oh, those are there's like those fans, and then if you can manage to sit in the special needs section, those are the greatest fans to watch wrestling with because they just hoop and holler all day long.
That is true.
Anyways, I want to finish this because I'll probably want to put it in somewhere. But Waleski says, Don't get it twisted. No way can I afford to attend WrestleMania, but all the other great affordable wrestling in Las Vegas week was incredible. To what you said is like the best way to do it is to get down there and not go to WrestleMania. For the price of WrestleMania, you can probably see everything that week, right?
Oh,
But this is what made me laugh. What's up?
well, I was just gonna say like go to 15 awesome show. Okay, they're not awesome, but some of them are awesome. 15 shows that you're gonna like it because it's live wrestling, or 2 nights of WrestleMania and like probably leave pissed off because the bad guy always wins for some reason.
I don't care if the bad guy wins as long as some stupid rapper I don't even know doesn't come out for no reason. But the best part about Al's comment is I was in attendance for Hazuki versus Cross, which we spent a lot of times saying, and you like you loving a Hazuki match is like is the greatest thing in the world. And he said the match lasted 15 minutes, and at least 10 times during that match, I was getting ready to dial 911. We needed an ambulance for Hazuki as she lay dead in the corner. Then you'd hear a scream. She'd rise from the dead and go Mayu Iwatani zombie mode and just go crazy, striking Lena Cross, who just towered above Hazuki. It was a great match. I'm not sure how Hazuki could even stand up to receive the Spark World title
she,
after she won it.
I don't think she
I don't
did.
think she did. I think she got up and then collapsed, didn't she? Anyways, thanks
She
for the
craw-
comments.
She was like crawling up the stage.
Oh, it's so fucking good, man.
um,
We could just talk about Hazuki some more.
Oh, but like the last thing to like tie it to other real sports is it's similar where it's like go to 10 wrestling shows and like 3 meet and greets and get some merch, or you can spend even more money just to go to like 2 nights WrestleMania. Like the New York Knicks, so it's like New York City versus Detroit. Like if it's actually cheaper if you're a New York Knicks fans rather than like to walk 3 blocks to Madison Square Garden, it's actually cheaper for you to like go to the game, like buy a plane ticket, fly there, get a hotel, watch the game in Detroit, and then fly back than it is just to go to the games that are in New York. It's like
Isn't that something?
so. I mean, you must love it if you're a Knicks fan in Detroit.
All right, well let's get into this, huh? What do you say? That was a good start. It was fun. It was good YouTube. I was glad there was a good little response to that considering I mean with everything that was going on, that was our WrestleMania podcast that
Wasn't about
went up.
WrestleMania.
Well, well, yeah. Well, why would it be? I meant the Spark Joshi Lady Luck Week podcast that went up about 2 weeks too late, and you know what? Which actually it was probably only a week too late, but like in between. That's why I did it. I usually don't come in with a recording, but that's why I did a little disclaimer at the beginning because it was like, yeah, I know, guys. Like everything happened within the past week between the recording and now. We'll get there. And I guess here we are getting there. Juno, it is Saturday
Listen,
night, and
I was just gonna say we're not Stardom news. Where
fuck those guys.
I was gonna say Stardom fan. I don't know who we're fucking. We're Stardom fan, not Stardom news. We'll get to it when we get to it.
There's a thing about
Look,
for the ads when you do it if to say if it's explicit or not if you say the F word within the first 5 minutes. So I think we're clear. We've been going for a few minutes.
it's a podcast I listen to where it's like the guy's got a good boy clock. It's uh, like the one guy. It's like like eventually we'll blow up. We'll have a whole podcast network, and then we'll be able to tell other people what to do for their podcast. We'll
Well,
be telling
yeah.
people to do a good boy clock. Hello, who is that? Enigma said, "Sup, peeps." Hello.
Oh, no kidding. We didn't even get to talk. There's not even a reason to talk about Izumi, but I love Enigma. You can click on his name or go to Talk for Glory. Just search Talk for Glory, Enigma underscore V4 on all the socials, including Kick, the gaming thing,
I don't even know what that
I think.
is. That's how in he is
I,
with social medias.
I don't know. I only know it exists because
He
of
says
his
that.
plugs. Yeah, and he actually said that too. Kick, the gaming platform. I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad you said that because I would have no idea what it is. It's Sushi Boy. Oh
Sushi
man.
boy.
Uh, all right, let's get this rocking. Let's get
Let's
this
go.
rocking. Hold on. Let me whatever. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Well, Enigma's here.
Yes,
Sushi
yes.
Boy's here. That could only mean one thing. Oh, and on screen, it looks like Tam Nakano and Saya Kamatani are looking at your boys, and we are. Fuck those guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stardom Fan Podcast. I'm Mark,
I'm Juno.
and I don't even have anything clever to say. What do you want to get into this week? Is there anything worth talking about? I mean, first of all, I guess I would say happy fight week, but I haven't even begun to get into the 5 shows. May is usually tough. I think last May fight week like was uploaded like in the middle of May, and actually real quick because now that reminds me. Remember last year when the uploads were like really bad? Like the schedule, like they were just
Oh, like show.
yeah, the shows on Stardom World. So, well, no, there was a lot of shows, but they would be up like a week later.
Dude,
So we almost had to
it almost
all
felt
of
like
last
the
year.
people they hire to like work their website were seasonal, where it's like, oh, we don't have a lot of shows come in next week or next month, whatever, and then it's like they're uploading like all of Fight Week, this pay per view, another pay per view, past shows. It's like they just dump it all on you in like one go.
Yeah, so May last year was like just it was almost a skip, but this year we haven't got into Fight Week, or at least I haven't yet, and I'm sure it's amazing. So I'll probably try to binge it tomorrow. But is there anything else that's happened in between uh, Spark Joshi Lady Luck Week, aka Hazuki Mania, and to now? Does anything interesting happen in the past week?
No.
All right, guys. Well,
See you later. See
I'd
you
like to
next week.
thank everybody, and if you want to support us, you can go to stardomfan.com.
Dude, so much has happened, and on one hand, it worked out great that we just like we thought about, oh man, we got to record like right after, and it's like, you know what, let's take a couple days, see how we feel about it, and that was actually good because like way more stuff happened that's newsworthy. Plus, I don't know, it's like I feel like I mean, no one wants to see freaking Tam Nakano like retire and cry in the center of the ring. That's never fun. But after a couple days, eh, wrestling, Joshi wrestling anyway seems to move a mile an hour. So there's so much more to cover.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, it is good to sleep on it too, especially when it is emotional, and it's like if we so as we record this, it's May 3rd, Queendom, Grand Queendom, All-Star Grand Queendom was what exactly a week ago. So yeah, being able to process everything, if we came out Monday, it might have been a little bit of different show, but now it's just like I don't know, where do you start? Did at least no one got hit by a car this week?
Well, I yeah, that is we barely covered that. Yeah, well, we did show the video, but like Tam got hit by a car, and then she assaulted. Then she stole Saya's car. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Um, we'll get into, I guess, the first big match that happened, and let's
Right
do.
on All-Star Grand Queendom, do you just wanna sorta go through that?
Yeah. We'll go through like the timeline. Let's just
Oh, cool.
start with Thekla versus Kurara, and the stipulation was if Thekla loses, she has to join Cosmic Angels, but if Thekla wins, she wanted a match with the owner or President Okada. This seems
The
like
roller coaster of emotions I had during and then after this match is insanity, but go ahead with the recap, and I'll play color, I guess, as we go because it
Co-
was weird. This match we didn't watch together. I think you got out about halfway through, but we were watching in Discord with a bunch of the guys, and I was sitting here typing away like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy! Oh my god, I'm so upset! Oh my god, I'm so confused! What just happened?"
All that you need to know is that what do you want to call Kurara? Is she just like is she the Stardom icon? Is that available?
Well, with the exoduses that we have, I think there is a few openings. Kurapika
Oh, that's a good way to
might
put it.
just
It's like,
Kura
God parted the Red Seas, like made way for Kurara to take the wrestling world by storm.
Yeah, well, she was going to anyways, so they might as well get out of her way before they get trampled on. Quite
That's
frankly,
funny
it's
you
like,
say
well,
that because I don't want to segue, but later Kurara, and we're gonna jump all around, I guess.
it's what
Kurara,
we do.
we all know she's a Cinderella champion, and she said that no matter who won the retirement match for Saya and Tam, she was challenging for the red belt. So yeah, you're definitely right about that. She's like, yeah, it's my time.
It's my time. But before that, I mean, the match versus Thekla was good. I mean, I'm a Thekla fan, and obviously we're a Kurara fan. The match was good. The Kurara got beat up pretty good, but then a couple spears later, and you know, what are you gonna do, right? It's like Kurara beats Thekla, the idol killer.
Now, you
And as it's stipulated, I think Kurara takes the mic. Is this like all tracking, or did I dream this? And says, "You are now a cosmic angel." And then Okada even grabs the mic or something like that. It says, "Thekla, you are a cosmic angel." So at this point, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited!
yeah,
Thekla is a
so
cosmic angel."
Thekla was a cosmic angel,
For
and then
minutes.
yeah, so you might be wondering um why I was opening up this show saying this this very bland announcement of the dismissal of Thekla. Despite repeated warnings, we have terminated Thekla's contract with Stardom and dismissed her as of April 27th, 2025, due to her failure to pay a fine from her previous suspension in December, where she just decided, so she just said instead of paying my suspension, I'm gonna take that money and fuck you, I'm going on vacation. Her assault on staff and our company representatives at Yokohama Arena. So she assaults the president and she gets fired.
It sounds to me. All right. Well, yeah, there's a time. So she became a cosmic angel. She basically says, "Fuck you, Okada." Like rips Okada out of his seat, rips his shirt off, throws him in the ring, whoops his ass. Okada takes the mic and says, "Thekla, you're fired." And then she's like, "I'm fired. No, this, that, and the other." And the crowd's happy. Everyone's happy, or I don't know. Everyone but me is happy. But what that made it sound like was, are
I'm
you
just,
looking at
yeah,
members on Wikipedia to
I'm seeing if if she's a former member.
well, we're gonna have to update that because I mean, she sure was until she was from the time Kurara won to the time Thekla was fired. She was a member of
No,
the Cosmic
to
Angels.
the time Okada said she was a cosmic angel, to the time Thekla whipped her belt off and beat him with it, she was a cosmic angel. So we're gonna have to
Yeah,
update
so
this Wikipedia page. It's not accurate.
yeah, we'll figure out how to do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to make the Stardom fan Wikipedia. I donated. That's about as far as I got. The but back to that announcement. It sounds like all she had to do was pay her fine and she was good. Like, is it too late? Can we start a GoFundMe for Tekla? Please? Tekla, baby, I got you. We got you,
I mean,
guys.
well, I mean, I think she has a new like place in like New York City now. She's like a famous artist.
Oh, you think she's good? Yeah, she's probably good, right?
Whoa, you know what's crazy? Thekla. Wait, so if you don't know, like Kurara never did a sport in her entire life, never athletic, never watched wrestling, and then just like watched it randomly one time and was like, yeah, I could probably do this. And then within like 2 years, she's challenging for the world title from never watching wrestling or doing anything athletic. She was an artist, and now she's going to be the world champion. Tekla dreamed of becoming a wrestler, gets fired, and now she's an artist in New York City. How about that? It's crazy
Yeah,
world.
it's a crazy, crazy world.
It's even crazier if you see her art because I'm not an art person. It kind of seems like the worse the art, like the more popular and famous it is. So in that sense, it's like good art. Her art looks crazy. Her art looks like someone drew it off their meds in a good way.
The I know we had a. Did that already happen, or is it in May sometime? We had a guy that was saying that he was going to that. I forgot who it was. Um, Okada. He's sort of like a fan favorite, isn't he? Every time he's like took in the mic, like, and he's not putting himself in all the shows or anything like that. But he had this little thing with Thekla. It's like every time he took the mic or something, it seemed like the crowd was really pumped up. The second, it must have been a huge disrespect thing or something. But the second Thekla like ripped his shirt, the crowd was it was like the biggest boo of the night. Like Tam Nakano got retired, and everyone's like, "Oh no, she didn't rip the boss's shirt."
Can we move
It's,
on? So she's gone.
uh,
What, you got more
I'm
to
gonna make
say?
a music video. I'm gonna make a music video about Thekla. I'm gonna write it down. I have to make an ode to Thekla video.
Oh, relax. She'll probably end. You've said forever. Her and Alexa Bliss are going to end up on AEW, and then you'll have a reason to watch again.
Oh, don't tease me like that, dude. At a combined height of fucking 7'8", the team of Thekla and Alexa Bliss. Here we go. I mean, here's how nutty I am. This just came in eBay, like because I can't help it. Yeah, that's an Alexa Bliss card. I'm in my hand. Like, what am I gonna do? Don't tease me like that.
Yo, is the Okada from Stardom officially the best Okada in wrestling?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hi, super producer Ropolos.
Oops. What is this from? Is this from? Oh, okay. And then I had let's see. Read out something from that match. Um Okada says Kurara won the match. So congratulations, Kurara. Thekla, you're now a member of Cosmic Angels. Now you can become an idol too. Then it says Thekla attacks, knocking
And
down
then he laughs.
wrestlers.
Don't like
Oh yeah,
don't
he's
gloss
loving it.
over
Okay,
the
yeah, okay.
now
Thekla
you're
is
gonna
now
be
a
an.
member of Cosmic Angels. Now you can become an idol too. Ha ha ha. He laughs.
It is fucking like that is so funny.
Thekla attacks, knocking down any wrestlers who try to stop her, tearing the president's shirt. She brings him into the ring and beats him violently with a leather belt. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And Okada says, that's going too far, no matter how you look at it. Listen, you won't pay your fine, you put your hands on the staff, and you won't listen to anything you're told. Thekla, you're fired. And Thekla says, well, fuck you, Okada.
That's one way to leave a company, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that coming.
If anything, it makes me seem, I kind of want to work for Stardom. It seems like it's almost impossible to get fired. It almost seems like if she would have paid her fine and still beat the boss with her leather belt, she would have still
So
had
I
a
said
job.
I think we still have time to save her job.
Start a donation.
Yeah, dude.
And then
Go to
Kurara, but
stardomfan.com and click on the donate to us, and we'll give Thekla a portion.
but Kurara, I was gonna say she's the new Stardom icon, but actually she's got a better nickname. She says, she takes the mic and she goes, anyways, after all that, the winner of the match is the hate killer, Kurara Sayaka.
Oh yeah, dude. How
Dude,
do you like that?
is she undefeated against hate members in singles matches? Is that the story I'm making up?
She's pretty much undefeated in singles matches, isn't she? Isn't she? Am I wrong?
That's how I remember it.
I've never seen it. No, she lost to Saya. Okay,
Well,
I think she's only lost one match ever in a singles match.
ever.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever been pinned before, other than by Saya.
Okay, but she says like, actually, I wanted to say something about Tekla and welcome her into Cosmic Angels, but stuff happens. She goes, I have my. Then she says, I have my Cinderella wish, but I'm gonna say it right now. My wish for the Cinderella tournament for today's main event is the World of Stardom Championship against Tam Nakano or Saya Kamatani. Whoever wins, let me challenge. That's my wish.
Oh, and yeah, and this is the first match of the night, so she's saying that right away.
And I figure we might as well just hear what Tekla had to say. I'm sure she was calm. I'm sure she was like understood.
I guess
I didn't watch this yet.
the journey of the idol killer did not go as I expected.
No, did not.
No.
It's forever.
I came here 5 years ago, and I love this place.
That's a long
Wow.
time.
I really do. It's a beautiful place, but there's some real ugliness too. And I tried to change that ugliness, change it from within, but
Yeah, you did. Thanks for trying.
some things are really hard to change.
Kurara's not ugly.
I tried to kill idol culture, but I guess I didn't manage to do that. But at least I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Do exactly what the hell I wanna do. No apologies, no regrets, no fear. And sometimes it sucks. But still,
Did she get her teeth kicked in by
I did it my way.
Kurara?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, I guess I'm going to happily accept the consequences of my actions. It's time to move. My work here is done, and it's time to become somebody else's problem.
I like that.
So don't worry. I'll be back. Somewhere. And when I'm back, you can sit back, relax, and watch me do it the toxic way.
I hear Marigold is hiring.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nice. She took that very well.
That was her goodbye, huh?
I think. Is this all over a fine? She doesn't care. Like, Okada doesn't care he got beat up. Tekla doesn't care she got fired. It was all about like paying a fine. Is that what we're learning?
I'm also learning Tekla was like the smartest wrestler in the company for the past 6 months. She was hurt, kept her cast on a little extra longer, rehabbed in some tropical island, drinking Mai Tais. She was doing all right. And here we are looking at the boss. Boy, is he disheveled. Tekla did a number on him.
リングで言ったことが全てです。罰金も払わない。
Okay, he got choked with his own tie.
数々の社員にスタッフに暴行していた。
Forgot that part.
謹慎も意味ないと思いますので、
Hello.
今日で契約を解除します。なので、もしテクラが
I thought we'd spend way more time talking about other things, but turns out we love Tekla and we love Kurara.
今日限りでテクラは
Yeah, dude.
スターダム100回以上はいことさせていただきます。
Well, I didn't even see that coming.
僕との試合を規定していた
No.
プロレスもいると思うんですよ。
That's because I'm a Mark Weeb, right? It's like I had no idea that they were building to Tekla leaving the company.
I don't know if I'm a weeb, but I'm definitely a mark. I don't know what a weeb means, except it's a really cool guy.
In our Discord.
So that's that. Anything else about Tekla getting fired?
Wherever she ends, I was gonna say wherever she ends up, she's gonna be amazing. But you know what's tough is like because Tekla's like jacked and stuff, but she's also short. Like she looked big or normal size next to the Stardom girls. Like what's she gonna do? Go up to Tiffany Stratton's elbows? Like you know what I mean? It's like in the land of giants. I don't know. I hope maybe she can go beat up Riho.
Kick you in
Maybe
the
she can
shin
go beat up.
and
She can definitely beat up Io. That's something that she could do.
beat up on Riho, wherever she
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Riho,
Riho or Io.
wherever there's
Io, no.
idols, it's like a superhero.
She's gonna come across as racist or something. All she does is like she's gonna travel the world beating up on the Japanese girls. Are you an idol? I don't even know what that means. Hey, before you go on, I need a second. I gotta take care of something real fast. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sayaka Roman Reigns. Yeah, dude, Sayaka or Kurara has easily. I don't know what it is about it because she's obviously like not as big as any of the dudes that do spears, but maybe that's why she has the best spear in wrestling. She just like puts all her weight into it, and she can do that without breaking people in half. All right, actually, Braun Breaker has a really good spear too. What else? He was just missing a neck roll for the full TK experience. That's good. That's one deep V-neck undershirt. Is that what that was? I thought he got his shirt like ripped. No, he's just rocking this. He's just rocking the Simon cowl. That is a deep V. Good catch. Good catch. What's going on with that shirt collar? Looks like a hoodie. I mean, he got beat up by Tekla. I can't fault him for that. She's like, what? She's fired?
私はテクラのそのやり
You know what? Mark probably did wish he was Tekla in that moment. Not Tekla. Well, maybe Tekla. I don't know how he feels about Okada. He probably wishes he was Okada in that moment. That's crazy. I'm trying to think of the Young Bucks beat up Tony Khan. That would, and then like man, it doesn't happen very often where the wrestler just beats up on the boss. It also usually doesn't work out good for the wrestler unless you're Steve Austin. What else did I want to say? I don't know. Tam, I thought looks. I don't even. She looked like what's that game? Elden Ring.
Kingdom Come Up.
She looked like
All right, sorry about that.
an angel.
Tam Nakano, is that the segue?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm having a good time with that actually. I got to the point right now where I'm still at the very beginning, but I'm apparently the guy who nursed me back to health is teaching me how to be a bad guy. So he's like, rob from this person, rob from this person. And it seems like it's such an open-ended game where then they sent me to another mill guy who's like, go rob this guy. But it was like the guy who helped me when I fled the original murderers. I'm like, and he wants me to do something to get him fired. I'm like, I can't do that. This guy helped me. So I was like, no, I won't do it. And then I went back to the other guy and he's like, no, I need you to steal from him. I'm like, well, I'll steal from people I don't know.
See, I just left. It's like I didn't do any of that. I was like, I said the guy's like, go to this place, and I'm like, you want me to walk how far? No, I'm gonna go the
Well,
other direction.
it was halfway across the map. I was like walking, 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 walking. But there was a fast travel back at least.
Dude, you start explaining that game to that's how they diagnose you with like autism is when you start explaining that game like it's fun. We're like, and then I started walking this way, but I had to sleep, so I had to go find an inn. And then my guy was hungry, so I had to go get some apples. And then I had to like learn how to read, so I spent a couple of days doing that. It's like such a great fun game.
Well, it's funny too because I wanna like it's like my free time. It's like I have 30 minutes here and there to like play a game. It's like in that game, it's like the first time I played it, I think I was accidentally up to like 3 in the morning. It's like you no, it's like, well, I'm just gonna quick and do it. Like it's not like I'm gonna play a game of chess or I'm gonna open up blueprints and do a run. It's like in this game, it's like, all right, well, let me uh work on this skill, and then like 3 hours later, it's like, all right, I got the lock open. But Soshi says Mark wishing he was Okada in that moment. I would take a beating for Thekla.
Yeah, how do you feel about Okada? Because I misspoke. You know, a thing where I just say like the opposite, where I was like, I read the thing like Mark wishing he was Thekla in that moment. So I'm like, I don't know. Would you beat up Okada?
Well, no.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah. Then I'm not a fighter. If I got to take a punch in the face from Thekla, though, that'd be all right. Actually, that would probably suck. Who am I kidding?
What do you have to say about Tam Nakano versus Saya Kamatani?
I have to say that it seems like the Wrestling Observer gave it like 5.25 stars, but it's not even really about. Well, the match was good. Um, but I mean, it's about the story, right? Tim has beaten Saya now, I don't know, a million times in a row. When was the last time? Or no, it's the other way around. Saya's beaten Tam, right? Has Tam beat Saya since she crossed the hurdle and took the white belt from her?
I don't think in a singles match.
No. So Saya
And this
basically just
time there was no
called the
shenanigans,
shots.
no time limits, no outside interference. I mean, you know, Tam did win the match in 30 seconds in when Saya just decided to like choke her with a giant chain that she brought with her. So that was bullshit. You said it was like playoffs refereeing, right? You're like let them play.
Yeah, that's what I figured, right? They were like, we're just gonna let a little bit extra go. You can hit a little extra hard. You can bring chains out to choke somebody if you need to. I mean, for what it's worth, Tam cheated too. I mean, she kicked Saya in the face pretty hard with her heel.
How was that cheating?
Alexa, turn off. I don't know if that was coming over. I still had my fucking background music on. How is that cheating? Because Tam kicks really hard. And Saya's face is too perfect to be kicked.
They could use a few more kicks.
Uh, Um, man, I don't know. A lot of it wasn't surprising. Well, all right. I was thinking about this match.
I like that comment. Here's Saya. Saya apologist. Saya what's the word? I can't
The
think of the word. That was too clever for me.
I going into this match, I thought it was going to be one of those like either way, no matter how it goes, I'll be okay with it. But then I actually found myself as the near falls happen and the few times where I really thought I actually thought Tam was going to win. on more than one occasion, and I caught myself being like, "Oh no." Like, "Oh no." I'd probably saying it out loud as we're watching in Discord. "Oh no, I can't believe this. I can't believe Saya's just lost." And she didn't. She kicked out and then eventually ended up winning. And then I was like, "Whew." So, like, I didn't realize it until it happened. It was like in the middle of it, but I'm glad Saya won this match. I mean, obviously there had to be a winner. There was no Kurara wish that a lot of people like around the world thought was going to happen to save Tam. There was, like you said, there was no shenanigans. Stardom
Well,
proved that on one of your biggest match, no, hair bowling and chain. There was no.
using chairs and chains and throwing people 17 rows into the crowd and
There was no.
choking them with the ring ropes and so there's no shenanigans.
There was the right amount of shenanigans, but you know what? It didn't have. Stardom proved that you don't need a million run-ins. You don't need some celebrity to come down. Yeah, like you can just have a match and have it eventually end clean in the middle.
Oh, I think there was like I'm gonna do the thing that makes you laugh, where it's like someone corrects us with a comment, and I just keep saying it anyway. Um, Imagine if that rapper came out like and you just heard like sicko mode, just there to ruin every big main event in wrestling.
I was like, what would be the same thing? Like, I'm not up to date on new stuff, so like, I would be like, so in the middle of this match, all of a sudden, uh, Hikaru or Utada comes out and simple and starts singing simple and clean and saunters to the ring. I'm like, you know what? That would have probably been okay.
Hikaru Shimizu.
No, Utada, right?
She is. You know, I forgot to tell you. Because she's like one of your favorites. Or at least that's what I'm gonna keep saying.
I
She
love
like
Shimizu.
retired from wrestling 'cause she had like neck injuries. She was like a Colors member, if you guys remember her. And now she's like cornering the market as like the number one Joshi like baked potato seller. She bought a truck and she just sells baked potatoes off the back of her pickup truck outside of wrestling events.
That sounds really. I was
Yeah,
gonna say that sounds like money laundering, but then I thought to myself, I really like potatoes.
but you have to make money to like launder it.
Hi, Aqua Dragon. Yeah, but potatoes are cheap.
Yeah, but the
I mean, it's like
point
$3 for 5 pounds. How much do you think she's selling them for? Is she even cooking them, or is she just throwing you a potato? Give me a buck.
she pays you to eat the potato because the first one's free.
What are your thoughts on this match? I was happy Saya won if there had to be a winner, and I don't know. Tam, no Thekla at this moment, no Tam Nakano. It's it's weird. It's sad.
Um, the mat we skipped over it because it's like I don't know. This match like overshadowed like the whole show, but it's like, oh yeah, Theckel got fired. I'm like, what? It's like that didn't matter because this match is happening. Mayu, that actually did annoy me. Mayu lost to Shuri. Like she was like the longest reigning IWGP champion ever. So I didn't like that. And then this match started.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you cannot. I mean, winning and losing, not liking an outcome just makes sense, right? I mean, you can't like everything. However, how many times can you go against Shuri and expect to win?
Probably a lot because this is the
But
first match I've seen her win in like 8 months.
since she beat Utabe
Yeah, since she lost to
2.5 years ago, yeah, since she lost the red
Tam.
belt.
It's like her first win ever. The last time I saw her
No,
win with
Shuri hasn't won a singles. I was gonna say
she hasn't
since
won a
since she
wrestling
lost to
match.
Julia.
I was gonna say I don't think she's won a singles wrestling match. Could be wrong, but the last singles match I remember her winning was technically not a wrestling match. It's where she knocked out Konami in 2 seconds. That like
Well,
MMA style match.
Yeah, well, I told you Shuri was she meant business this year. She basically said she's like it's I got to get myself back to the
Oh,
top, and
Saya and Baby Metal. I like it. It might make Saya actually like interesting.
you can't say she's not interesting.
She's not.
I think you're in the minority on that one.
I don't think so.
No, well, I love the woman, and I'm okay with that. And I find her interesting. She ran over Tam with a car. That's interesting. She's wearing some awesome black gear that is also bedazzled. That's interesting. To me,
To
could
you.
be a personality flaw.
And now you're gonna go extra. And now you're gonna go extra nuts because like you can't split your love between her and Tekla.
Well, no. Well, Thekla's gone, so now I can just pay attention to Saya and Kazuki.
Ugh, back to Hazuki. That's okay.
I haven't said her name in at least 25 minutes.
I don't
Last week
know.
we were on the Hazuki High. You didn't even mind it or talking about her for 45 minutes.
True. I was gonna ask you what you thought of like we saw the I read you off the Thekla one, and this is the announcement of Tam Nakano's retirement. This is from this official Stardom website. Just how like lackluster these are. We would like to inform you that Tam Nakano's lost at the recent World of Stardom Championship match. Uh, Retirement special rules. The Yokohama, as a result, her contract has been terminated as a voluntary retired wrestler as of April 27th, 2025. No pictures. That's it. That's all they said. That's like basically you replace the word Tam Nakano with like Thekla's name, and it's like copy paste.
I'm assuming that there was a contract or something for this. I guess what I'm
I,
confused at,
I just
this
think
was
it's
a
weird.
match.
I just think it's weird that this might as well like it's the same amount of fanfare like on their Tam Nakano freaking retired, and they might as well just be like a notice like, hey, don't bring chewing gum to the venue.
Oh yeah, their new version of the site is definitely lackluster, and like this is. I mean, sometimes I'm surprised they even have this. Sometimes you click on a link and it's just completely blank. It's not great. Yeah, I mean they. I mean, what do you say? Is Tam Nakano still selling magazines at least? Is she still on the social media? Is she hanging out, saying hi to people?
No, she's pretty much doing the Himika route where she's like, now I get to go be a normal person.
There's no way she wants that.
I think so. I think she wants to like have kids and stuff.
Huh? Is she on a dating app?
I know Mayu is. That was like breaking news. It's like we'll get there in like we're in a minute. Um, Mayu just up and left Stardom, and then I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And the news broke like as we're watching like the pay-per-view, which we watched it like what, like the day after or something. And then we're like, breaking news, Mayu downloaded dating apps. It's like, oh, I thought the breaking news would have been that she like quit the company that she basically built herself. But you know, the fans got their priorities, I guess.
It's got the priorities. Um, Real quick on the Tam, and why? So she was a freelancer, which meant she doesn't even didn't even go there
Oh well,
anymore.
yeah,
Why does
because
she even need to live up to that stipulation? Stardom says you're retired now, and she's like, she could have just said, "Well, fuck you, I changed my mind. I'm a freelancer anyways. Do something."
because
She was a pretty shitty freelancer if you
um
think about it. She didn't fight anywhere else. The Stardom girls who aren't freelancers are winning title belts all over the world, like Kazuki.
these two, it turns out. Oh, I have like a little story. You made a comment while we were watching Um, you know what? I'll just leave it pause on this photo because this is great. You made a comment that, like, what is this, like Romeo and Juliet? Because I thought these two hated each other. Like, they've been wrestling each other back and forth. It's like loser leaves Stardom, loser retires, loser like has to leave their faction, loser gets Kurara. Like anything they can do because they hate each other. And then it's like Tam loses, she has to retire, and they're literally spooning, cuddling in the middle of the ring, and then crying and hugging each other. Then you're like, is this like a Romeo and Juliet situation? Is it like tragic love?
Somebody had to retire Tam, and Saya had the unfortunate duty of making it happen off with her head.
Dude, she wrestled to like 1,083. That's a great run. Most people
I,
retire in their 40s.
I think Tam was happy and relieved. Like you said, maybe she wants a little time off. I think Saya was legitimately sad, but we've also been watching Saya cry for years now, right? I mean, that's just sort of her thing.
She hasn't cried since she's put on the Hot Topic gear. I don't
That is,
think. I
I
think
guess,
it's
I
the
guess that
first
is
time
true.
she's cried. But yeah, turns out it was a love story all along. And I'm trying to skim through what they said. I don't know.
Well, basically, it was wasn't it more of the stuff they've talked about where it's like Saya would be like, "Of course I respect you. You brought me in here. Of course I like you. That's why I'm the one that has to beat you up."
Yes.
It's like this is for your own
Well,
good. I am hitting you for your own good.
so yeah, they would talk forever. She said, Saya's like, when I went dark, I had no hope for life, but it was Tam who gave me light and hope. When I dyed my dyed my hair black, the only one who believed in me at all was you, Tam. You were the brightest star to me. And then Tam says, I'm not sure what to do with that. I'm not sure. Basically, she made fun of her for crying, and she's like this clumsy crybaby junior is ruining her makeup. But thanks to all you, like thanks to fans, thank you Kamatani. Kamatani, you're gonna have to live with the curse of Tam Nakano for the rest of your life. And all of you, you can't forget about Tam for the rest of your lives. Well, that's true. And then, so she's like, basically, yeah, like, yeah, you're gonna have to live with you, retired Tam Nakano. Deal with it. And then they said they're both happy to have met each other, and they called each other idiots. And then they like cried and hugged, and then they like, I think Tam had butted her, and that was that. Oh, and then the last thing they did is Tam was like, just for today, why don't we go home together? And Saya said, okay, for the first and last time.
Oh,
And that's what they did. They went home together and banged or something. That's how I interpret that.
oh, I thought they just left the stage together,
Oh,
both up the winner's aisle.
loser's aisle. Oh, and then
I have
magic
some.
happened. I forget. Like they both collapsed on the thing, like hugging, and like feathers started coming down from the rafters, like angel feathers and also demon feathers, because there's like black and white feathers.
Oh,
It was
maybe that's
magical.
a foreshadow that the phoenix will rise again. The Tam Phoenix.
What are the odds that Tam just comes back in a month in like a panda mask?
Could she wear like purple, and pink makeup and be like Fukigen's partner? Well done. Um, while on the Tam Nakano subject, it was reminded me of something that you can find on StardomFan.com in the translation for the press conference. Starlight Kid took a moment during her portion of the press conference, and the reason I bring this up because I instantly thought of you because you were the one that said, "What is Tam saying to Saya or to Starlight Kid in her like cat ears?" So Starlight Kid says, "May I say a few words about Tam? Tam, even though it's just through this screen, basically talking to her through the whatever. Thank you and good job. But here's where it got me. So this is when Starlight was in between factions, right? She says,
Mhm.
"We teamed together in a few preview matches, probably 3 times, and you whispered something to me, but didn't keep that promise. I'm not forgetting that." What did Tam say? We
I,
were wondering at the time what Tam was whispering to Starlight, and now Starlight brings it up during Tam's retirement. That's the story I really want to know.
I always assumed it was like this weird Jedi mind trick because, like, if you don't know what we're talking about, Starlight Kid has a tiger mask, and then rather than whispering in her ear, Tam gets on her tippy toes every time they like are in a match together, and goes and whispers into like the little like fluffy cat ear. And I'm like, I don't
Or
think that's how that works. But remember, like she started doing that, and then like only a few months later, she goes from being the top bad guy in Stardom to basically having Cosmic Angels 2.0 Neo Genesis.
yeah.
What did she? What does she was? What was her promise? Could be anything. Maybe she.
It was worth it because this was months ago, if not like last summer. It was before Neo Genesis was made.
Yeah.
She brings this up at a press conference just out of nowhere. It's like the story's not done being told yet.
Well, they were wrestling in tag matches together for like a month, or not month. Like you know what how they do it. Like her and Tam were kept tagging up against Azumi and Saya, or it would be like Neo Genesis and or Cosmic Angels versus Hate.
Oh, so there was recent whispers? I thought this was the whispers from a long time ago.
Was she hearing Tam Nakano in her head?
I know I am.
Are the voices in the room with you right now, Starlight? Her and Randy Orton. Dude,
Oh, if we get a Tam cutter out of nowhere during fight week. Or
ah,
on John Cena. Next time John Cena looks in the thing and Tam Nakano just comes in and fucking ham cuts him.
dude,
Yeah.
Stardom needs to pay Tam Nakano to just give them ideas or to promote them some way somehow because all her stuff was always interesting in like unique ways too. Like not like even when she did stuff that everybody else does, like you tune into a Stardom press conference, it's well, not just Stardom. You watch any wrestling contract signing and someone's going through the table. It's like Tam would always make it interesting. It's like this time I brought pudding, okay, and then you're like that seems silly, and then the pudding gets shoved down somebody's throat, and you're like, oh, this just turned into like a death match over pudding.
Tam Nakano was so good that she sold Tam Nakano versus Tam Nakano.
And Tam Nakano,
And Tam Nakano won.
yeah, Tam Nakano versus the Tam Nakano super fan and Tam Nakano cosplay, and Tam Nakano was the bad guy. It's like some there was a there was a wrestler dressing up like Tam and like even had a cardboard belt and was basically like trying to steal her identity. And somehow the real Tam was the bad guy because she like ripped up the cardboard belt.
We can just like reminisce about all the Tam storylines at this point. Yeah, because now I'm like, yeah, and remember then she bullied her. She's like, no, you can't do the Cosmic Angels dance as good as me.
And to be,
Tam versus fake Tam was better than Undertaker versus fake Undertaker.
what about Fake Diesel? I always thought Fake Diesel was like the better Diesel.
Oh yeah, well we agree on that.
What else? A part of this thing was okay. So we already talked about Kurara using her Cinderella wish, and she challenges Saya for her red belt, and then she gets the contract from Okada, and she signs it, and then after like one of their matches, she like hands it to Saya to sign, and Saya rips it into a million pieces. She just like steals the contract and then rips it into pieces. Like, okay, fuck you, I'm not wrestling you.
You don't find that interesting?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. I do what I want. I pick my champions, or I pick my challengers.
So
Hey, Stardom
then,
fans' favorite rookie.
Kurara? She's still a rookie?
No, Kurara's not a rookie anymore. Yuri Himi's
Is
in the
she
same
not?
picture.
Yeah, Uriah Himi is great, but is Kurara still a rookie?
No, she can't be because she was last year when I said because you won. I was like, I really like Yuzuki, and you're like, Yuzuki doesn't make any sense. There's this girl Kurara who's going to be the greatest thing ever. I'm like, we'll see. One of us were right.
I'd like to think it's like whenever the next batch comes in, like you stop being the rookie.
Yeah,
So
this is
yeah.
the new batch. This girl, Akira, and somebody else.
So not even Ron. Okay, so apparently, it's my mind is just like I
Yeah,
just
Rana
skip
was last
over.
year too.
Yeah. So then,
Sometimes there's a little overlap because I think Hanako started a little earlier, but I think she was still in the Kurara class.
so then, like 2 days later, after Saya rips up the contract, they face each other in another match. And it's well not this time it's Sayori, Natsupoi, and Kurara versus Azusa, Naba, Tora, and Kamatani. And Kurara beats Saya with her I don't even know what you call it, like her little like roll up move, I think.
Yeah, she's got like 4 finishers now.
Yeah.
Correct. She's amazing.
So she gets like the contract again. I think she taped it back together. She's like, I brought this. Let me challenge you, please. And she has no choice but to sign it, apparently. Except I don't think she did.
Well, that'd be funny.
If somehow Kurara beats Saya and then it doesn't count for the title because she never signed it.
That'd be funny too.
You're looking at the future champion of the world right now.
Actually, I was looking at Sayori.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Her too.
Sayori and Natsupoi have been so busy taking fans' money for this show they're doing. Every time they do a crowdfunding thing for their show, it's like, here's $40,000 in 6 minutes.
Awesome.
But yeah, I gotta love that. I figured I would also just like, there's so much, I was just gonna go through everything. I was gonna pick like 1 or 2 things, and then I just started realizing, oh, Kurara's just took over. She like learned from Tam and just like read through her entire Twitter because it's great.
Oh, well, she's the new leader. I'm not gonna be upset. I don't think there's anyone I really would want to beat Saya, but I think I want Kurara to be I don't know. It would be amazing if Kurara won. She is so fucking good. But she couldn't even beat Starlight. What are the chances she can beat Saya? But sometimes the matchups just work out, right? Maybe
Yeah.
it just she might just have Saya's number. Kurara just might be the one person Saya can't beat.
And I think this starting was at these tweets start after the main event where Tam had to retire, And she says, sadness and pain will come at you with no mercy. And I'm sure that'll just continue to happen. But we'll keep trying to bring you more joy, more happy moments, more wonderful things. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how painful, no matter how hard it is to think about the future, it's not sadness that we want to deliver, it's light. It is hope. She's so nice.
She is.
And she says, this is my Cinderella wish. I will be... She's like, I'm Cinderella, and it's my right to challenge. Oh yeah, she says like I have special feelings about both the people. I decided that I would challenge no matter who was the champion. She goes, of course, I also want the future and Wonder Belts, but these two mean a
Might
lot
as well
to
just
me.
go to the top.
So that's why she's like, I'm gonna challenge for that belt.
If there's anyone I want to see do it, it's her. Like there is a sort of steps that are taken, and everybody takes it. Like Saya took it. You know, you win this belt, you win this belt, you win this belt, you become the champion.
No, she's just going straight to the top.
Yeah, she's right to the top. It doesn't even matter. No need for new blood. No need for the future. The white belt. Let's go, Kurara.
She says, I picked up the pieces of the Stardom dream that Tam-san left to me in the Stardom ring, and I decided that I will definitely make my Stardom dream come true. I'm definitely prepared for this World of Stardom match. And of course, here's the contract that got ripped up and taped back together.
That's hilarious.
It says, Oath, World of Stardom Championship, Saya Kamatani versus Sayaka Kurara. This looks like she made it herself on like Microsoft Word. We both sign herewith, making an oath that we will play fair in accordance with the honor and sportsman. Yeah, and the rules mutually agreed for the title match to decide who is champion in the Fight World of Stardom Championship between Saya Kamatani and Kurara Sayaka, which is to be held at Korakuen Hall on May 11th, 2025. I love that's you couldn't word that any better.
It's too cool.
She's like, we're not gonna run away. We will not falter. And she's got a like handing like, please sign this. It's like she's trying to giving her summons to like court. Like, please sign this. You have to.
It's so freaking good.
It's like it's part of your job. You have to sign this contract.
One of them are so likable.
Oh yeah, this is after the match where the Cosmic Angels lost to Hate, and Saya's like, "Who is the Cinderella again?" And Kurara says, like The Rock, Kurara says, "It's me. No matter what anyone says, I'm this year's Cinderella, and I'm your challenger for the World Championship. I'm not strong enough to have been." I think she's trying to say like, I wasn't. I don't know what she's trying to say. She's like, I think she's trying to say like I wasn't strong enough to be remembered, but I'll definitely be unforgettable. Something like that.
Undeniable.
Yeah, one might say.
What did Cody used to say?
From undesirable to undeniable to undisputed.
Let's go, Kurara.
Oh. Man, these go back and forth. I like when I just click and click and click, and it's like they just go back and forth. Saya says, oh, that's right. I'm the one who smashed your glass slipper into pieces. And she says, what? Anything interesting? Well, yeah, always interesting. Oh, she's so nice. She's like, if your glass slipper is broken, all you have to do is pick up the pieces and keep walking on your own 2 feet. No matter who my opponent is, my wishes and resolve are genuine. I think Kurara's gonna win. I think she's like too nice. I don't. It's like no matter how much hate and doubt Saya tries to pour into Kurara's head, she's just like not hearing it. She's like, I'll always get back up.
It's like another person with that superpower. Like the
It's like,
negativity tries to hit you, and she's like, "Yeah, it's cool, it's
bro,
broken, but you know what? I mean, we'll just tape it back together. It's all good."
she's like Naruto. It's like, no matter how many times Naruto gets his ass beat, he just gets back up. He's like, yo, you want to go get some ramen? He's like, no, I hate you. I'm trying to kill you. Yeah, but like, we can still be cool, right? No, I'm trying to destroy your village. Yeah, but you can just like stop and then we can just like, there's this cool waterfall. It's got like this nice, it's like, please, Sasuke. I mean, Saya.
It's awesome.
Is that a good representation? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is also kind of cute. This is like random, but this is for like Sayori and Natsupoi has like their show they're making. I don't know who, I forget who they were set to face, but they're like, what would they be like legends versus like and like I think they just recorded them getting like who they're facing, like they just texted them their opponents. Oh no, this is some. Oh, it's a different video I saw. Never mind.
At least the Angels are still like, I don't know, happy enough.
Also newsworthy. Well, yeah, they got Kurara, and Natsupoi's pretty positive.
I know Poi like the pretty freaking cool Sayori. I mean, you're all right. You're still all right, Angels.
Announcement of Mayu Iwatani's departure. As a result of decisions held today regarding Mayu Iwatani, we have accepted her request to leave Stardom, and as of April 28th, 2025, she has terminated her contract with Stardom and left the company. And that's all they have to say about that.
Her press conference with Okada was interesting. It's really made it sound like they liked each other, and the time they since Bushiroad had it or Okada was in charge. Like if Mayu wanted to go to the hat guy who meant a lot to her and gave her break and all that kind of stuff, it didn't seem like she was kept here unwillingly. Well, I mean, granted, she probably was under contract, but it sounded like these two had a great working relationship. So it was nice to see him sort of leave on good terms. But once again, sort of like Tekla, but I mean, maybe unlike Tekla, is like, how do you not? I don't know. Mayu's just a bigger deal. You think they should have had one more match, or they should have had one more day, or they should have done the I'm retiring gauntlet and have Mayu kick everybody in the face in the back room. I mean, they did it for. I mean, maybe she didn't want to, but fucking Mina got to run a gauntlet, and I'm like, how does Mayu not get to do a I'm leaving Stardom gauntlet? She's been here for 20 effing years.
Because there's a Marigold show at Corkin Hall in like 3 days, and Rossi probably needs to sell tickets.
She didn't have time for that shit. She's like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go now. Sorry, dude. It just so happened. I guess it just. I would like to maybe go back in the calendar and make sure there's not wrestling math going on, because it just so happened that this show fell on her last show fell on like what 4 days after she broke the record for the best IWGP champion of all time.
Oh, she's like, yeah, like whatever. It was like less than a week or something. She's like, you know what?
Yeah,
That
like
sounds
it
like
was pretty close.
She's like, yeah, I might as well just be the greatest New Japan champion of all time before I leave.
I mean, I'm not saying there's no shenanigans, but is it possible there's a little bit of Steiner math hiding in the middle somewhere? Like maybe they're like, oh man, she really should like have let's just like add a week in here. No one's gonna notice.
I don't even know, because it's weird. It's because obviously we don't know the details of her contract. I don't know. Was their contract basically up anyway, or is it like, oh, she had 2 more years and she's like, yo, I'm quitting? We didn't really say. All they really said is she's like, I've done everything that I can do in Stardom. The only reason she said like she was just trying to put everything she had into like this IWGP belt, and then once she lost it, she was like, "Oh, Okada did say like, yeah, we would come up with like some ideas of stuff we maybe she could do," and she never really said no, but she wasn't like saying yes. So she's like, I don't know. She just the timing seems weird, but it's like clear she just wanted to be with like Rossi's company.
Yeah, and you know what? They talk about her contract situation, and it's isn't
そこから
surprising. But people were talking about this sort of last year. But we don't know the contracts, and it is, she was still around, and like even though it's not surprising, I was, it still sort of came out of nowhere. Marigold's been around for a while, but I mean, good for the Stardom 2.0 to treat Mayu with the respect she deserved. She had her movie, they promoted it like crazy. Mayu's been on top for a very long time, and she deserves to be.
You know who else was like really gracious was like Ring of Honor, who like gave Tony Khan like the crew and the ring and the cameras and put it on Honor Club, and then they went out of business like 2 years later. So it's like that's it is nice, but Mayu's like
Yeah, well, at least
get
in this situation, unlike the other one, at least Rossi bought his own cameras and ring.
it's like I don't
He's
know.
like, he's not like, hey guys, can I borrow your ring on my way out? I mean, granted, he took Utami and now Mayu, so that is basically the cameras in the ring. But I mean, what are you gonna do? How can we miss you if you won't go away? This is how I've sort of kept my cool through this whole thing. It's maybe I'm getting used to it. Maybe I'm getting more mellow in my
Oh
older
well.
age, where it's just like people are coming and going. Like the wrestling we like I I liked Ring of Honor in like the 2017 era and earlier, and everyone it was basically a farm club for WWE. If you like that, they were gone. I was a New Japan fan. Eventually, AJ's gonna leave, Finn Balor's gonna leave. Like it's just how it works. And now you start to learn that's how it's gonna work in Stardom. Like once someone's big, well, they were going to America, but now there's a second company, and they're gonna go to Marigold. And honestly, I'm expecting sooner or later it's gonna be
No, but
great. It's bring back a territory. It's gonna be like WWE people went to AEW, and AEW people are going to WWE. I'm gonna be interested when Marigold people maybe start. Maybe they want to pop over to in a couple years when their contract's over. Maybe they want to go play in Stardom. You know, keep it fresh.
um yeah, Rossi said some things in the press conference because I got my it's just so crazy. She's like only in my
Why
you
don't
could
you plug?
you couldn't.
Well, let me interrupt you so you can plug what we're watching here, what you're talking about, all the hard work you put into this translation and on StardomFan.com's YouTube.
You couldn't you couldn't I don't even word it. You couldn't even write her like pro wrestling life like this. Even Mayu said it. She was like she's wrestling in front of the biggest crowd Stardom has ever had in her hometown in like the Yokohama like arena. And then like the next day she's doing a press conference saying, "Yeah, I'm quitting Stardom." And then like 2 days after that, she's like in Marigold, like another company. It's so crazy. But yeah, basically she said like she didn't obviously she's probably the first person Rossi asked to join Marigold, and she said like okay, she saw everybody else was leaving, and she's like I don't want Stardom to fall apart because she obviously cares about Stardom, so she stayed. And then she's like I pretty much have done everything I came to like I've won everything you can win in Stardom. I want to be over there and help Rossi's company out anyway. And it's like now I'm just happen to be the greatest New Japan champion of all time. Cool. I'll go over. She's like, I'll go over to this other company and I'll be a Grand Slam champion over there. So,
What she finally realized is something we've been calling her for a while. Like she's been billing herself as the Stardom icon. I mean, we've been saying she is like the best wrestler in the world for a while, and now it's true. I think she said in her press conference, she's like, "Well, I'm just not the Stardom icon anymore. I'm just the wrestling icon." I'm like, "Yes, you are. No matter where you go, instantly." I can't help but feel bad for Utami. Like, sorry, sweetie.
Why? They're gonna be the
Step aside. If my
they're gonna be the mega powers.
for Utami's sake, they better team up.
They're gonna be
I
the
love me some Utami, but Mayu better not lose another match in her life. Undefeated.
they're gonna be the
If she wrestles 6 months or 6 years or 20 years, Mayu should never lose a match.
they're gonna be the 2-man power trip 2.0.
Nice.
But I like how to put that. You like basically mentioned like Mayu's got like her autobiography in her like movie where it's about her life called like Runaway Wrestler, and she's like, basically we talked it over, and like the conclusion I came to was like, it's okay for you to run away now, like making it like a joke. Is like, and you can this could always be your home if you want to come back later.
終わりにします。
Yeah, there's so much respect. I really loved it.
よろしいでしょうか。お二方ごご覧く
And
だ
then
さ
I
い。
just love how like
最後にお
they're
方
both crying and like we said we weren't gonna cry, and it was kind of like
ご視聴いた
happy.
だきましょうか。
And then Mayu just like this, such a Mayu way to no announcement. She didn't say anything in front of the fan. I don't even know how it came out. It's just like we were just watching like the pay-per-view, and someone's like, "Yo, this just came out on Twitter." So maybe like the company put out that thing on their website or something. But like no special announcement. Then they do this emergency press conference, and like this is such a Mayu thing. Like this is how she ends her time in Stardom. Right here.
岩谷真由選手、本当にありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。家出してきます。バイバイ。
いってらっしゃい。
行ってきます。
Just bye bye. Here I go. See you later.
3 days later.
I actually had that she says on her way out, "I'm off on my runaway."
Yeah.
They did keep playing the whole runaway thing.
Also, I thought it was surreal that the guy who like hosted the press
I
conference
was gonna say,
for
why does this
Stardom,
guy look cool?
it's
He
the
looks
same,
the same.
it's the same guy who hosts the Marigold press conference like 2 days later.
Is it really the same host?
Yeah, even Mayu was like, "Yo, it's been a long time."
Oh my god, that's so funny. His hair looks different. He looks angrier here. How come he's smiling in the Stardom press conference and the Marigold press conference? It looks like he just like someone pissed on his Cheerios. Hey, we're at the hour mark.
Well,
I need a personal break
Okay, I'll say
before we talk about the Marigold.
this is why I made this joke really quick. I was like, it was literally 3 days after this press conference. That's why I put this joke in.
3 days later.
皆様本日は
That is
マリー
classic,
ゴールド
dude.
緊
I'll be
急
right
記者
back.
会見にご出席ご視聴いただき
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought I would be upset, but I'm actually, as we're recording this, I think Mayu's competing at Corkett Hall for Marigold in like 5 hours. So I'm actually interested in that. I'm gonna watch that Marigold show for sure. I feel like there's more stuff like behind the scenes that we don't know though. Something seems fishy. Like, for example, Mayu refers to Rossi as kind of like a father figure, sort of. So it's like someone she's really close to. And in this press conference, Rossi's like, "No, I haven't really talked to her in like the year that since I've had Marigold. Like, we haven't really talked." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Like that seems like such a lie. It's like obviously there's some contract tampering that happened that they even like make jokes about later in the press conference, where he's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." It's like, okay. I wonder what the legal ramifications are anyway. If he's like, yeah, I talked to them while they're still under contract. Maybe they could probably sue. I have no clue. We should play the... Oh, let's go back and read some comments here. Big Vince took a few, including the stink face. I mean, taking a does taking a Rikishi stink face like make up for the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. I don't know about that. But yeah, at least Vince was crazy. Like I remember it's the WrestleMania in like Tampa or something. Like they wanted like Rob Gronkowski for whatever reason to like jump off some rafters, and like 80-year-old Vince McMahon does the stunt first. Is like, I wouldn't ask you to do something I wouldn't, pal. And everyone's like, dude, you're gonna die. Please don't do that. Vince was a
Thank
psychopath.
you for your moment. Let's finish strong, baby.
Okay.
誠にありがとうございます。
Let's see. Let's cut to Rossi. This is literally 3 days after Mayu's like, all right, see you, Stardom. Bye bye.
ありがとうございます。
Well, it was one of those like I wonder what's going to happen as soon as when you were saying the Twitter was blowing up, our Discord was blowing up, people were having meltdowns, and then the next thing you know, Marigold announces there's a press conference. You're like, oh, I wonder what they're going to talk about.
Please welcome
普段選手の登場です。
our newest member. Who could it possibly be?
中央までどうぞ。中央までどうぞ。
I loved that part. It's just like, please step to the center, and she goes to take her seat. She's like, please step to the center.
I'm dead.
中央までどうぞ。
Can this guy ever smile?
中央までどうぞ。改めましてご紹介いたします。
Let's introduce her.
岩谷真由選手です。
Who's that
Oh.
Pokemon?
岩谷真由選手です。
You have the best editing ever.
It's Mayu.
You should just put that in a short. That whole little section right there should just be a short. It's
ありがとう
clever.
思います。よろしくお願いいたします。
I don't know. It just made me laugh. Where it's like Mayu.
Who could it be?
Yeah, everything
Tekla.
about it was
Oh.
like, I
Could it
don't
be
know.
Tekla? Could it be Tam?
Oh my god, those would have been hilarious. Everyone's like, oh, Mayu's gonna go to Marigold. I don't know. There was a lot in this press conference. First of all, it starts with, dude, this is freaking huge. What would it be like? I don't know. It's like Hogan going to WCW. Is it that big for Joshi World? It's obviously different because this is like seems like it was like a peaceful like leaving versus just like fuck you and like fuck the WWE and your belts are going in the trash. But it's still like,
nothing seems hostile about any of this.
or Cody going from like, well, I don't know, because Cody was like in WWE first. Like, it's I can't think of another comparison that's as good as like Hogan, Hollywood Mayu, Yokohama
I mean,
Mayu,
she's the icon of all of wrestling. I mean,
Chiba Mayu.
whoever can pick them up.
But it's just such a Mayu press conference. Like everyone's like, "Wow, I can't wait to hear why."
早
And
いっ
she
て
immediately
思
starts
う
her.
方も多いと思うんですけど
oh
も
wait, she makes a joke.
よろしい。
だけど、普通そう、岩谷
Oh yeah, she's like, I always thought of him or Mayu as a founding member. It's like, yeah, of course, she was always gonna go to Marigold, right?
前はですね、4月でマリーゴーでだけど、中ではその
Yeah, he doesn't smile.
思ってます。はい。
Mayu smiles though. She's so
よろしい
happy
でし
to
ょう
be
か
there.
それでは岩谷選手お願いいたします
She's got a whole new bunch of young girls like super kicking their head off.
I'm not very smart, so it took me a while to like try to get a somewhat. I think it's pretty accurate translation. So it's like, but between like editing or whatever, I picked up a lot of little things. Like she almost says I'm the Stardom icon. She's like, wait a minute, that's not what I'm supposed to say.
She's gonna slip sooner or later.
皆さん
Give her the mic enough time.
女子プロレスのアイコン岩谷真由です。
I'm the icon of all wrestling.
スターダムを退団してその数日後に入団会見ちょっと早いって思う方も多いと思うんですけども、自分の中では
She, well, I guess not a retirement. She wrestled in front of the most people Stardom has ever had, like over 7,000, quit, and joined another company in like 5 days.
スターダムでは
And as of, like I was telling while you were gone, as of like recording this now, she's got a match in Marigold at Corkin Hall in like 4 hours.
Against Nene.
Yeah, but you like Mayu, and you like seeing Nene get beat up, so it seems like a match you would love.
If I know anything about Marigold, Mayu loses this match.
Mayu in this, she was throwing shade at Nene. She's like, I'm the most senior member. Like technically it's Nene, but she's like not even really here. She doesn't really care, so I'm just gonna call myself the most senior member.
Didn't Nene retire? Was she sticking around for this match? Trying to get the Mayu rub on her way out?
I thought she retired. I don't know. She is retiring. She's doing Nene gets like a 6-month retirement tour. Mayu doesn't even get like a goodbye in Stardom.
I know that. I like the retirement tours. How does Tam just get dropped on her head and gets retired? Tekla gets fired for beating up the boss. Who wants to? Who's never wanted to do that?
I don't know. I think that's the coolest way to retire. That's like the Tim.
That was fucking great.
That's like the Tim Duncan route. Like Tim Duncan, what did he play for? Like 19, 20 years, and every single year his team's in the playoffs. He's like probably the GOAT. And then he just decides like, yeah, I'm done, and just like has his friend tell people that he's. I don't even think he told his like. They're like, hey, is Tim coming into work today? He's like, no, he retired, and the coach is like, what? It's like, yeah, he's done. It's like, but he's like, he doesn't want to announce it. He's like, no, he wants to go fucking fishing or whatever he does.
Classic.
すべてやりきりまし
So
た。
I just brought that up with Tam. It's like, I think that's a cool way to retire. It's like, yeah, I don't need her whole ass. I don't need to be Mina. I don't need a whole fucking show to like indulge myself where I get to kick out of. She had the whole roster, like 30 people pinning her, and she pretended to kick out. Like, bro.
I didn't put that in my recap video.
It's like after
There's certain points of stuff like that where I see. That's how I just enjoy life now. Like my memory, I delete the stuff that annoys me. I'm like, yeah, that didn't happen.
I mean, that's why I actually appreciate the Tam retirement more, where it's like, yeah, I'm done, and you're never gonna, or like the Himika thing, where it's like, here's my last show, and then once it's done, it's done. 'Cause it's like Mina.
It's still sadder.
Mina, after like her third match of the night for a retirement show, I was like, okay, that was fun. And then 17 matches later, I'm like, can this please stop? It's like, I was sad to see you go 16 matches ago. And now you're beating the whole roster by yourself.
Oh, that's great.
That was probably like, Tony probably stipulated that.
Put you over the whole roster.
なので、小川さん、マリーゴールドに
But Mayu spends like, this is like her big moment. Like, I'm coming into Marigold, and she's like, Rossi, it's your birthday. Brought you a cake. And she was gonna like eat it, and Rossi's like, you know,
岩谷
it's a
真由に
press
とって
conference.
やっぱりこうロシ小川っていう存在はプロレス界の
Was it
親
really
な
his
の
birthday?
で、今日という日に、
Yeah, probably.
親に会えて親のもとで試合ができることを経験。ここで食べます？なんか食べなくてもいいけどなんか写真だけ撮っときたい。
He's like, should we eat it here? He's like, no. It's a press
He's like,
conference.
guys. Mayu's got the sticks. Mayu's ready to dig it. He's like, no, guys, we're not doing this.
He's like,
小川さん
no.
倒さないで。じゃあ
Just brings a birthday cake.
Who is this? The moderator. How did this guy get the job to moderate both press conferences? He's like the only journalist in.
He does commentary for like a lot of
ダンブルいら
stuff.
ないと思います。
He does like
Yeah, I've seen
Stardom.
him on
He
like
does,
some
like,
of the talk shows.
I think he does like the Stardom commentary.
やばいろうそく折れた
But I'm not sure.
Well, I thought he looked familiar too, but that's why I'm surprised to see him on the Marigold. He's just everywhere.
っていうかあれか
Oh, Maya's putting the candles in the Rossi birthday cake.
She broke the candles.
Someone decided that she should have a lighter.
she
すい
can't.
ません誰かライター持ってないですか
She's asking
ライター
people
持って
for
る
a
方
lighter.
ああったあった
Does anyone have
あり
a
がとうござ
light?
います
She can't get the lighter to work.
入団会
She couldn't
見で
open
こ
the
んなことに
box.
なっちゃってすいませんなんかもうちょっとねしっかりするべきだったかなはいはいはいはい来た来た来たはい来た来た
何の会見なのかわかんない。
ね
This is I think Rossi's
誕
smiling.
生日祝い会見みたいなのじゃん
I think he's just like, I can't believe this is happening.
It took my.
This is.
ハッピーバー皆さんでお願いしますハッピーバースデートゥーユーハッピーバースデートゥーユーハッピーバースデーディア小川さんハッピーバースデートゥーユーおめでとうございますおめでとうございます
これささっき
Now, how awesome would this be if the press conference just ended? It's like
The original Stardom fan icon just shows up just in time to see his chicken and chicken dad gets back together.
I don't even know what to say. I just thought it was. It's like that's why she's an icon, man.
Did Mayu? All right, so we just got to the point just now. Did Mayu just now realize that there's a microphone in front of her and say, "Hey, I've been talking without a mic this whole time"?
I think so. Listen,
だから
just
さマイ
pretend.
ク通さずに
I'm
喋っ
just
てるん
gonna
ですけ
say
どさ
whatever
マ
I
イク大
wrote
丈夫
as
で
the
すか拾えてま
captions
した
is.
声
It's
大丈
like
夫大丈夫よかった
what's
Who's
that
gonna
quote
prove you
like,
wrong?
Yeah, what's that quote you like to say about something about it's like a wrestling quote about like don't something about the guy with the pen. You say that you told me that quote a million times.
Oh, well, it's the old. I think Dusty or it's like you can't. Oh no, I forgot. The guy with the pencil. You can't beat the guy with the pencil.
Yeah, so it's like that's the captions I wrote, so that's what she said. Is like she
Of course, that's how it works.
ね
Prove him wrong.
以上でコメント終わりですこれからも末永く今後とも
Yeah, so that's
岩谷
literally how
真由
she was
と
gonna
女
end
子
the
プロレ
press
ス界を
conference.
よろしくお願
It's
い
like,
します
thank you.
改めまして、
And then there's 30 minutes left.
YouTube やレッスルユニ
Yeah,
バ
because they get
ースとして
they.
いただ
Oh,
け
I
たら
was
な
I
と
was interested in like listen to the questions from the press, dude. Their press to cover pro wrestling is better than our press that covers like presidential elections.
思ってますよろしくお願いします
It's weird
ありがとうご
hearing
ざいました
real press questions.
さてここからは質疑応答のお時間
第一戦行います。
She kinda goes, wait. So neither the Mayu or the what do you call it? I don't even know what you call that guy, the host for the press conference, bothered to mention that her first match was gonna be May 4th at Corkin Hall. So Rossi's like, wait a minute. There's a purpose to this.
Guys.
There's a reason we call this press conference.
That's funny.
But Rossi is definitely, and yes, nature is healing. This is good.
5月4日、後楽園ホールで、
But actually, when I heard that Mayu was going to Marigold, I thought about Chicken Farm. I was like, oh man, he's been always saying like, man, I miss 2018 Stardom. I'm like, well, there you go. Mayu's back. They're in the same buildings.
If Jungle Kiona and Arisa end up in Marigold, then
I think Jungle is.
Rossi just rewound the clock.
I think Jungle is back in Marigold.
Oh really? Shit, that might actually make me want to watch it.
And I don't know about her injury. Maybe Arisa's done, but I know. Remember, we were talking about her for that one like Patreon episode, and like she had a band, and then her band broke up. So maybe.
Huh.
Never know. Jesus, this press conference is all over the place. Also,
行います。
they just announced on
Right.
Twitter that Nene was
で
facing
今
somebody,
高橋
so
の
I
大体
legit
X で
think
発表し
like
てるんですけ
Mayu had
ど
no idea who
そ
she
の
was
X
facing.
のところに入ります。高橋な七体岩谷真由14年ぶりの対決。
早いね、背番号は私の誕生日の
Oh,
あと背番号は
yeah, it's like they do a thing in Marigold where they all have a jersey number, and Rossi's like, talk about. He's like, you guys are not plugging the stuff I told you to plug.
っていうんじゃないのね。
ありがとうございますありがとうござい
Oh, that was actually kind
Motivate-
of sweet. What did she say? Yeah.
ます。なんか後楽園大会、5月4日
あ
の
と3日後なんで、ね、
なんかね先週はスターダムで
Yeah, she's like, last week
試
I
合
was
を
in
して
Stardom. This week I'm wrestling in
次の
Marigold.
週にはマリーゴールドで試合っていうこんなレスラーなかなか
How many
いないですよね。
wrestlers that would do that?
まあそれだけ求められてるんじゃないのね
And。Rossi's like,
ありがとう
maybe it's because you're in such high demand.
ありがとうございます。まあ七重さん何ですかこ
Well,
れ
there's no way that's not true. She had to have gotten calls from literally all.
背番号 T シャツをなんか
This
I mean,
is
she's at the
fucking
point.
great.
She's at the point
Eh,
now where she can just
Manana-
call her shots.
Mark, you have to read this this
井
part.
さん何ですかこれ
Nene-san, what's
T シ
this?
ャツ背番号 T シャツをなんかいきなり手渡されました
She suddenly hands me
こ
a
れはどうすればいいで
T-shirt.
すか見せる
What am I supposed to do with this?
はい
Oh, show it off. I'm supposed to show it.
いきなりグッズが出てきた
It's your number, Mayu.
They're just like, what is
Just
this?
casually pulling out merch, huh?
はい
Mayu, it's 219, Marigold. Why is her jersey number 219?
Well, if you were paying attention, she said it's because of her. It's
I
her
guess I missed it.
birthday.
Oh, I'm dumb.
It's because she's 219 years old.
Well, my brain just went to,
Cameos.
well, she does a 619. Is 219 the area code?
I thought that too. I'm like 619. I'm like, oh. I just thought that was funny. She's like, stop stalking. She's like, what is this? What are you handing me? Why is it a shirt? Why are you giving me a shirt?
怖くて涙して
It is hilarious. She's amazing.
あるかもしれないので皆さんことはすごくチェックしていたんですけども
Oh yeah, dude. There's so much interesting thing about this. Did somebody ask her a question? Oh yeah. I wanted you to hear like this. It's crazy that their press for pro wrestling is better than like our press for like important stuff.
フリーライターの橋本です。よろしくお願いします。はい。岩谷選手、以前から旗揚げの時にもちょっと考えた、マリーゴールド入りを考えたということ
You
だったんですけ
mentioned
ども、
you
この
had
1年
thoughts
旗揚
about
げから
Marigold from the
マリー
start.
ゴールド
Over
の
the past
試
year,
合と
how
か選手を
has
どのよ
your
うに
view
ご
of
覧になってきた
Marigold?
でしょうか。
What's your
ど
view
ん
of
な感想
Marigold
があ
and
っ
its
てで
wrestlers?
気になる選手、戦ってみたい、組んでみたいみたいな選手
Anyone
い
you'd
ら
like
っ
to
しゃい
fight
ま
or
す
No way
team up
she
with?
will.
そ
I
う
would say
で
there's always
す
she
ね
watched one.
She says that she said like as a pro, like you expect her to be like, oh man, I love everyone here. You know that Marigold's great. She's like she says like I don't know a lot of the people here. What I have seen is there's a lot of botches. She's like I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but as a pro, that's not good. So one of my goals here as like the most experienced person is to make them not suck, basically.
Well, isn't Marigold basically, well, didn't they hire like an entire group, like actress girls or something like that? So wasn't it something like they have Utami, Mirai, her ladyship, Mai Sakurai, and then like 45 rookies?
Whoa, Yuzuki, like the greatest Superfly champion in Marigold history. She's the
Okay.
she's the only Superfly champion in history.
Well, facts are facts. Well, what I mean is like, yeah, Mayu is, she's not wrong.
But
she's gonna come in and be able to teach a lot of people a lot of things.
it's like you don't say that. You don't go, actually, I don't know a lot of the people here, and what I have seen is that they're bad. That's my thoughts. Like, you're not supposed to say that out loud.
But she gets to wrestle new people, which is true. So honestly, I can see this being fun for her. I mean, she's been wrestling the same people for damn near 20 years. So now it's like she gets a new group of people to kick in the face.
ていたんですけども、自分の
Yeah,
印
so that's why your first 6 programs are gonna be Mai Sakurai, Utami, Mirai,
象と
Nene.
いたしましては
Yeah.
ですけど、やっぱ技の失敗が多すぎるなと。これはちょっと
Too many punches.
プロとし
That's
て
pretty
どうな
funny.
のかっていう
I really
思う
wonder if
部分
that's
がある
okay
の
as a
で、
pro wrestler.
その辺はやっぱ自分が来たからこそにはちゃんとお客様にもこう満足していただける試合を見せなきゃいけないなと思うの
You
で
just said I want to be able to show the fans something they can truly enjoy. Be like, you guys, Marigold fans, you've seen some matches, but now you're gonna really, see what pro wrestling is.
I really want to watch this show, but I don't want to get Wrestle Universe because I looked at Wrestle Universe. I'm like, let's say I actually enjoy Marigold and I want to get the subscription. And I started looking at it and I'm like, it's cool that there's all this other wrestling companies on this platform, but I don't want to watch any of it.
Yeah, well, that wrestling universe is a great. I saw Ropolos was streaming his. I'm like, I can't believe that is a great value for the money.
Dude,
Like if this was me of like 5 years ago when I literally for some reason just watched everything because apparently time meant nothing to me. Like that's something I would have been into. But yeah,
Well-
it's a little bit harder now.
The last time I watched Noah, and it's probably because I didn't know anybody, it was just so boring. It was like more interesting than New Japan, but like still boring like New Japan. Like the matches were slow.
Yeah, I don't like Noah. Yeah, Noah's definitely the rookie leagues, but like some of it wasn't Wrestling Universe. Didn't they have?
I will say
like
yeah,
Sendai and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw Sendai Girls might be fun to watch. I will say though, like
Yeah, a match here, a match there.
it's way better than Stardom World, like a million times better. Like the platform, like to stream and stuff. Like you can do so much stuff. Like, oh, do you want to turn the commentary off? Here you go. Do you want to switch to Japanese or English? There you go. It's like
Wow.
it's always in like 1080p, like instantly. Like the sound never blows your eardrums out. It's like a normal sound level. Plus, like the searching. Like if you search, you know how like in Stardom, it's like whatever they decide to title the video. So it's like, I want to look up this Mayu match. It's like, okay, well you better hope they put Mayu's name in the title, or you'll never find it.
You're not wrong, right?
Versus like the Wrestle Universe, it's like has tags, so like every match is tagged with the
Perfect.
wrestlers.
やっぱりこう
She craps on Marigold
と
a
やっぱ
little
り
bit.
したいなという。
そうですね、やっぱ一つに
She wants to wrestle Io,
で
Kairi, or
存在だ
Julia.
し思います。
だと思うんですけども、最終的にこのマリーゴールドで
And
決
she
めた
got
一番
this
の決
question
め手
is
みた
about
いな
why
の
she
は何だったんで
decided
す
to
か？
be in Marigold, not go
やっぱ
overseas.
犬2匹と、ね、猫3匹飼ってるので海
Who's
外
gonna take care of the dogs and cats if she goes to
日
America?
本が大好きっていう
She's
のと
got
家が
two
大
dogs
好
and
き
three cats.
猫と犬と離れたくない
You know what? That's what I love about
ちょっとの間
Mayu
ねフリ
is
ーとしていろんな
sometimes
団
it
体に
feels like
上がる
all the good wrestlers are going to end up in
上がりたいなとも思
America,
って
but
た
she
んで
just
すけ
basically
ど
said, I love
まああり
Japan.
が
I
たい
love
こと
my
に
home.
会
I mean,
見
there's
の
something
後
to be
にすご
said
く
about like
いろんな
literally leaving your country and leaving your home just to, for the big lights of America. I mean, if you love where you are, like I respect that. Mayu is wonderful.
And she says, besides, who's going to take care of the dogs and the cats?
And she already sold out Madison Square Garden. She doesn't need that shit.
Well, she says, like, yeah, like right here, like, thankfully I got so many offers, but she's like, the idea of going freelance is like, now I have to set my own dates and I have to negotiate and I have to, like, figure out my pay, like, by myself. And she's like, that's a lot of work. So I'd just rather be with the company.
Good for her.
She's like, yeah, it's like you gotta market yourself, you gotta do your own, like design your own merch, you gotta book your own yourself. She's like, no, 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 no. She's like, you know what? When you're as good as Mayu, you don't have to do that crap.
Like, I'll just let this guy next to me do all that.
Let some guy who gets paid a lot less money than me do that for me. By the way, I would do
方か
that for
ら
a lot less
いろ
money
んな
than.
団体だったりいろんな方からオファーいただいたんですけどもやっぱりこうフリーはね自分でスケジュール組んだりとか
She's like, it's a
ね
lot
ギャ
of
ラの
work.
交渉だったりとかちょっと大変やっぱりこうねスターダムから旗揚げメンバーと
Oh, is this where she says Utami's better than her?
ありがとうございました。
Well, she was being humble.
続いてご質問ございます方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。どうでしょうか。いかがでしょう。挙手の上、はい、巻いてきます。
東京スポーツの木本と申します。マリーゴールドに来たら歌見選手も
チキンファームイズザトップかわいいオブザコスモス NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI まゆ NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI MHDHHNJZPOINJZPOI
I'm gonna hear this in the padded room, in the rubber room later.
NJZPOINJZPOI まゆ NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI MHDHHNJZPOINJZPOI NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI まゆ NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI MHDHHNJZPOINJZPOI NJZPOINJZPOINJZPOI まゆ NJZPOI
Is it over?
Chicken, thank you. The the Stardom fan icon comes in with a coffee donation and a whole lot of New Jeans poi. Or POI.
MHD.
Thank you, buddy.
HH.
That's awesome.
The POI is what got me.
POI.
赤いベルト持っていたり、柚木選手
Which is weird because maybe it's because it's capital because he's poi bombed us before and the computer went poi 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 poi. So it must do the capital must have made it say POI. So the computer only can read poi if it's lowercase, apparently. Thanks, chicken.
Thank you.
ここに関してはいかがでしょうか。対戦宇多見選手とか柚木選手との対戦も期待されていると思うんですけど、その2人の印象というか、
やっぱりこうね、スターダムから旗揚げメンバーとして去年移籍したメンバーは本当にすごいと思います。すごい行動力、すごい決断力、本当にすごいなと思うし、やっぱりこう。
So Mayu was just asked, what do you think about Utami and Yuzuki? That's the type of people that the fans want you to fight.
Yeah, and she's like, it's really impressive for them just to like go to Marigold. It's bold, it's decisive, it's brave.
のメンバーは本当に
She goes, it's not fair to compare the ex-Stardom members. They're just on another level.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I mean, basically, it is a tier set. Yeah, it's them and then like the rest of the roster.
思う部分があるし、1年間団体を引っ張ってきた歌とか柚木とか。
Tommy and Yuzuki have been carrying this company the last year.
でもこれから同じメンバーとして。
No Mariah love?
もちろん歌の赤いベルトも狙っていきますし、柚木のベルトも狙っていきますし。
She wants to go after Yuzuki and Utami's belt.
多分ね、新参者に取られないようにベルトを。
Wouldn't it be funny if Mariah still did her Mariah claps, but the crowd still chanted SLK? Okay.
Hey, SLK.
She's like, even here?
You know what's I never thought about was funny is she stopped doing that chant the second Mariah left. It was just the Steeler chant.
チキンファームイズザトップかわいいオブザコスモスポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイマユポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイマユイワタニポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイポイ
I just thought that I want to design like a machine gun that just goes poi 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 whenever it fires.
Chicken, thank you again. Obviously, it's very generous and funny, and it's for some reason it just sounds right. I don't know what it is about the poi bomb with the utami, utami, like the utami music behind it. It just like it fits for some reason. It's so good. Thank you, buddy. That's our Stardom fan, the only Stardom fan icon. How do you like that?
It's like every time it like scares me a little bit because it's like, whoa, like shocking, and then it's like, oh my god, I see like I go to look at the message and I see that it takes up the whole screen, and then at first I'm like, oh, okay, this is annoying, and then I'm like, then it's funny, and then it's annoying, and then it's funny again.
The POI was a lot. The poi bomb. I mean, I can listen to 20 minutes of a poi bomb.
You just don't like NJZ. I liked NJZ. I don't know what a POI is though. I like poi.
Poi, 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 poi.
一番後ろに来ますね。
ぽいんだなって思ってもらえるんじゃないかなと。
高いと言いますけれども、後楽園から参戦という話がありましたが、今後の
what else was there? There was like I thought there was like one last thing.
すみません、食べ
There
て。
was a part where they asked like if he was
This was a hell of
talking.
a press conference. They were on forever.
Yeah, there was like a part of where because Mayu spent 20 minutes singing "Happy Birthday."
And not paying attention to the questions that were asked.
Yeah, someone asked her a question and then she's looking right at them. She's like, "Huh?" Repeat that.
Wait. What'd you say? Are you talking to me?
She's like, I realize I haven't been talking to them.
Like, who are you talking to? Oh, me?
There was like a part where they're like, okay, did you start talking to Mayu basically like after she was done with Stardom? And he
no way.
Yeah, he said like it can't be contract tampering because we signed her after she was done with her contract with Stardom. But he never said that he wasn't talking to her while she was, what's the word for that? It's like, Mark, were you talking to this person while they were still under contract? I signed them after they were out of their contract.
It's like when you tell the truth but you don't answer the question.
Yeah.
Like I did not have sexual relations with that woman, like that type of thing.
And then they're like, I think he's like, here, you gotta hold this merch again.
すごい近い。
これでこの瞬間からフォトセッションという形にさせていただいてよろしいですね。はい。
But that's, I mean, there's other stuff. That's like basically the press conference. You can watch it yourself if you would like. It was fun. I kind of want to do more press.
Where would you go watch that press conference? All with the English subtitles perfectly done.
Yeah.
Is there a special site or a special way to watch something like that?
Sure. Go to youtube.com if you've ever heard of it, and go to Stardom Fan. Search up Stardom Fan.
It's as easy as that. YouTube.com/Stardom Fan. Search Stardom Fan. It's going to come right up. Go to StardomFan.com. Click on the YouTube link. I mean, it has everything you need.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good. Unless this was great. I mean, there was a lot going on. We covered a lot we kept it positive as you can. I mean, we did forget to bring up that Starlight Kid is the leader of
That's not even news, because of course she. The only thing that's newsworthy about that is how come every time like Azumi joins a different team, there's all of a sudden like they don't know who the leader is. It's like Starlight.
I think
Starlight Kids started a group, and then Azumi's like, "Wait a minute, who's the leader?" And I'm like, "Me? I invited you." Yeah, but maybe I'm the leader. It's like, okay, let me smack you in the face a couple times. Okay, Starlight, you're the leader.
I was thinking that the news was Starlight actually beat Azumi for the first time in 7 years.
Oh yeah, we looked that up. I'm like, oh, someone was like, hey, actually, I think
Right?
going into this match they had a tied record. Like they both in singles matches, like they're like 5-5 and like 5 wins, 5 draws, and 5 losses apiece.
Yeah, but
And then I
Starlight's
looked it
wins
up
were when
on
Azumi was 12.
yeah, I looked it up on Cage Match, and it's like Starlight had like the first 5 wins, and then it was like draw, 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 and then Azumi had a bunch of wins. So it's like literally since we started watching Stardom, Starlight Kid has never beat Azumi until that pay per view. I think the last time she beat her was like 2018.
Dude, that was a pretty good match too. Altogether, that was a pretty good pay per view for a 5-hour show.
Also,
we don't, and we're on record as saying we don't like 5-hour shows. We really don't even like 3-hour shows. Like we're pretty happy with 2 hours, but 5 hours of Stardom was actually pretty all right. Like those shows, that was fun. I liked most of that.
Suzu started a new group, and I think she got a real tattoo, which is crazy with like the group name. Also in that match, it was like Suzu versus May Sierra, and it was like a no DQ match. And that match was weird because they both bashed each other over the head with like objects, like 2 minutes into the match, and are like bleeding so much that they have to like spend 10 minutes scrubbing down the ring with like 10 people after the match.
Yeah.
But what's weird about that match, it's a no DQ match where like all the violence and weapons happen in the first 2 minutes, and then it was just a great wrestling match after that, where you're like, you probably could have just had a wrestling match.
I know, right? Yeah, they did the junk and yeah, you're right. That did end up surprising. What did Cornette used to say? At the Mud Show, you were surprised to see that a wrestling match accidentally broke out.
A wrestling match accidentally broke out in that Mud Show
At the
match.
at that Mud Show. Juno,
Flower
I would like
Fields forever.
What we do here is still haven't watched Queendom? Well, you got the recap right here. You're good. Chicken, a big thank you to the Stardom fan icon Chicken for coming in and poi bombing us with a little bit of the cash. Thank you very much. You could support us by going to stardomfan.com, clicking on the coffee links, clicking on the Patreon, and you can get yourself a great thank you just like that right there. And while we're at it, we might as well thank the original Stardom fan, Red Belt champion Jake. Hope you're doing well, my dog. Everyone in chat, Soshi Boy, Chicken, Ropolos was here, Enigma was here. Everyone but Jory was here. I don't know what else to say. Juno's got the pineapple glasses on. Everything we do is at stardomfan.com. Like literally the YouTube, the articles, the pictures. Just go there. Go to stardomfan.com. I mean, why wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I go on there every day and we write it. I'm like, hey, I wonder what's new. What would you like to push, my friend?
I don't know. I'm gonna. Why does it have to be? Why couldn't it be at a normal time? Like, I thought Joshi shows are supposed to happen at like 10 in the morning over there. Instead, it's happening at like a nice normal time for the people in Japan. So I can't watch this Mayu match because it's live at like 6 in the morning. Or no, like the show starts at like 5 in the morning, ends at like 7.
Marigold does primetime shows? When Stardom is live, I think it's it's like brunch. You go out for like your bacon and eggs and go watch Stardom, and then you have the rest of your day ahead of you.
That might be
this old man Rossi though. He's all about the early bird special, I guess. He just
that might explain why Momo Watanabe, like, she's always just eating and sleeping backstage. It's like, yo, it's 9 a.m. I had to travel like 4 hours to get here.
Well, what do you?
That's like a thing I
What do
heard
you
is
think?
like that she just like eats and then sleeps till like 10 minutes before her matches, which is pretty funny.
You saying that reminds me of something that was brought up in the Discord with everyone that's sort of headed out. Who do you think the next big people to step up would be? Like Hazuki and Momo Watanabe have been fan favorites. Like it would be great to see Momo really step up and whoop some ass too.
Dude, those ships sailed 7 years ago.
I'm not done with Momo Watanabe.
Momo Watanabe is done with Momo Watanabe. That's what I keep telling people. You can like Momo. She's like, she did what she wanted. She did the awesome white belt run, and then she decided, like, I'm gonna stay here because I make a lot of money, and I don't really want to work too hard, and that's cool. Just like accept that your favorite wrestler is just cool with what she's doing.
I'm good with it. But if she also like beat Starlight for the white belt, I'm also cool with that.
I don't think that would happen, but I would like to see her beat Starlight over the head with the white belt.
I thought there was a chance, and I don't know why I felt it happening, but I thought if there's going to be a hate civil war, I thought I could. Maybe I was trying to will it or want it, but like I wanted to see a Saya versus Momo match again.
Do you want to like take a bet on if Starlight breaks her nose in her next white belt match?
Oh my god! Starlight was bleeding again. She doesn't stop bleeding. It's like people are kicking they're like, that mask isn't full of padding. Starlight keeps ending up with a bloody face.
It's like 3 or 4 like white belt matches in a row. She's got like a busted nose.
It's gonna be one of those things where she's like, "Oh, now I get why no one wants to be champion." Like it is really these matches suck. Sure, was the smartest girl in the world. Be like, she took 2 years off. Utami was even smarter. She took 2 years off without a belt and just left.
Yeah, now she's the real world champion.
Is she a champion over there?
Yeah, she's the real world champion.
The real world champion is over in Texas,
Mickey Mouse
pimping the Spark Joshi
title that Saya's got. We have a real red and white belt champion in Marigold.
I think that the real my real world champion is in Spark Joshi.
That's not a world championship. She's the champion, whatever a Spark Joshi is. Spark Joshi sounds like a Pokemon.
So what's wrong with that? As a Mark Weeb, I respect that statement.
Is that your pronouns, Mark Weeb?
That's how I actually started signing my emails. Get out of here.
I really wish.
Do you have Kurara Boy queued up?
No. But I could.
I said, get out of here.
I gotta get a Bipoi. Hang on. My computer always runs slow for streaming.
Pei and Sayori should be in all the main events.
Sayori should
Sayori's so fucking cool.
The red belt champion. Oh.
And yeah, Sayori shouldn't lose very often. What is the oldest age in faction?
The oldest
probably God's Eye. Isn't Shuri like 72?
Who's the oldest person in Stardom? I don't know. What are you asking me?
I was reading Chicken Fam. With Tam gone, what is the oldest in age faction now?
Probably Cosmic Angels.
See, the thing with God's Eye is that like Lady C, Kashima, and Shuria are up there in age a little bit, but then they got all the kids. We got like the fucking teenagers like Hida and Laba to lower the average. It's probably fucking hate. There's not a kid in hate except for Rina.
True. 5 point?
And Fukigen's like 100.
Oh yeah, that's like, you know how they take like 17 years to add a person to the roster page? Like when they make a new
Oh, they took
faction
no
or
time at
something.
all taking everybody out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Mayu's already gone. Well, Tam's been gone.
Did they add
Tekla-
the new faction? Whatever
Tekla's
Suzu's
gone.
bullshit is?
Oh yeah. It's
My
nice.
life.
I think it's like my crazy.
Oh yeah,
life.
that annoyed me that Akira joined, but I guess I could see her with that group. She's supposed to be a little badass.
What was I gonna say? Oh, like looking at the factions, right? Mayu's gone so their leader's gone. Tam's gone.
Hazuki was the leader.
Mina's gone from Enexus V.
And they cross off Micah too for a couple months. I mean, she might be able to play behind the
Basically,
scenes, but
Tekla left, so she was their leader. So it's like,
that's how I see it too. Well done, buddy.
And then it's like Konami's hurt. Let's see, there's like a whole bunch. Like Konami's hurt. One of these, I think Azumi might have been hurt. Micah's hurt. Rana's hurt. Everyone was like, "Oh man, there's like this. They're running low," and then you scroll through their talent page and like, okay, there's still a good 40 people on the roster. They'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. We're all right. Stardom is good, and I like everyone on it too. It's very entertaining. I like the rookies. It's just they can just keep pumping it out. It's really awesome.
But Magical Ami's coming back, so we're good. We're fine.
Oh. Well, I thought she was gonna. Was there a date? I'm sort of surprised she didn't make a Cinderella comeback. Maybe it didn't matter because she knew Kurara was gonna she didn't want to run into the brick wall that was Kurara.
If you could easily, okay, you could replace Mayu and Tam with Kurara and Ami, right? They're great.
Yeah.
And firing Tekla is like addition by subtraction because she was bad. Like she made hate like really annoying. And Kurara is the GOAT.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
I hope she actually wins because it's gonna be totally wasted if she loses to Saya.
Oh, I can't imagine a world where she actually wins.
I was kind of hoping that, because we all knew that Tam was like wanted to retire anyway. I was kind of hoping it was like a double knockout and they just both left. Because then like we all win. Because like Tam gets to finally retire, which she kind of wants to do, and then I never have to see like Saya again, which is pretty great.
Well, that's not a we all win.
Sure.
I mean, you can win. Well, no. I mean, it's a win for you, but I love Saya. So yeah, half of us would be happy.
Yeah, but the product as a whole would be 10 times better.
In your opinion, which I respect.
She's just annoying. Like hate's annoying.
I like him just fine. Personally, I like him just fine outside of I don't like. I just
not okay.
I still just don't like.
Not personally. I mean,
Tora.
like their group is annoying. By themselves, they're way better. Their group sucks. I don't like their group is just annoying.
They're no different than a Wado tie.
They're like trying to be the Bullet Club, and they're annoying because the Bullet Club is also annoying.
Yeah, that seems to be just the way the Japanese do a heel group. Is annoy you until you don't like them.
And then they get you to pay to watch them have a loser leaves the country match. So I guess it works.
Yeah, who's the dummy, I guess.
Bye, boy?
Bye, boy. Yeah. I can't get behind hating on Saya. I like her too much. But I do understand everything else, that's for sure. They haven't had anything, and I don't know, the shenanigans haven't been all that crazy, but I'm sure they're going to bring it back up.
Bye, boy.
Get out of here.